What's going on, everyone? So we got Cronos, the new Dawn, which came out today. If you guys didn't know, check out the meta as well. It's doing pretty well, honestly. If I am to say for how far Blooper has done, I want to congratulate them, guys. This 4 actually is tanking it. It's probably about an 81, 82 game. It's that good. They've come a long way since the Blair Witch Project, right? In the 50, 60 metas, then Medium in the 70 meta at launch on Xbox, then Silent Hill, and now jumping in multi-platform. Then they say they want to make switch their home for horror and make more horror games with Nintendo. But after this, they're making big steps, and I'm liking to see this because now we have a survival horror developer foundation that's really good, and we know how this is taking off. So yeah, congratulations to these guys. Like I said, I'd say this is probably around an 80 game, you know what I mean? Somewhere around that park, but this is really good for them, and we have a new IP on our hands. So yeah, let's get back to this and let's look at these comparisons. So right here we see right off the bat, but remember Nintendo's using an upscale method, 1080p 30, not bad, you know what I mean? It's upholding for the Switch too. And look how good DLSS is. Do you see this, guys? This is what I try to tell you, like it's the DLSS quality that is literally way better than FSR. Well, when somebody gets FSR 4, it will catch up, but 2160p 60 performance, quality mode, 2160p 30. But this is fine though, considering you'll be able to take this handheld. We're just comparing to show you how good it is. And you see what I mean? This is impressive, and I like what I'm seeing here. Even though I see this, but look how good the image quality is. And for that machine. PS5 quality mode, Switch 2. I like the coloring somehow better on the Switch 2. I think it's the NVIDIA upscaling compared to that. Obviously, I'm going to play this on PC and get it on sale, but I'm just saying, for people that are going to be getting this on Switch 2, this is impressive. Now we're seeing that third-party support come in, and now we're seeing that if you optimize something, look at this, it's not a major difference. Guys, I'm telling you right now, it's always been like this. The difference is that they were making people think they need way more than they do. But all these consoles are fine. And things are never finished. I don't see that huge of a difference on PlayStation 5. Yeah, I mean, it went down, but still, you're going to get a nice experience with this. And that's not a huge drop off, but obviously PlayStation 5 looks better. Because when you ask me, it's like I was saying, what do you like as far as like the image, the way that it looks? I think this looks better. Though this is running at a higher resolution and will run at 60 frames, you know what I mean? Obviously. But for me, I like this image quality better. And I'm curious to see what some people say in the comments. Looks really solid on Switch 2, less lighting effects, but overall holds up well. 182 people agree right here. Some shadows seem to be bugged on Switch 2 as they appear and disappear constantly. I hope they fix them with the patch. Okay. The fact that so many videos are being put out comparing the way more powerful PlayStation 5 to a handheld already speaks volumes about the Switch 2. People are just giving it its credit. It looks good for what it is. And it's still early, you know what I mean? We can optimize it and patch it more. I'm happy for people on there. I'll be playing this on my PC. Okay. Yeah, that's a downgrade. But it's not too bad, considering the difference in power. Okay, so yeah, obviously there's more lighting here. There's more detail here. Shadows are placed correctly with the texture of the light right here and everything. You can see the difference, but I have to say for a comparison for the difference of power, this is impressive. Once again, DLSS just so good. It's doing wonders. You see what I'm saying, guys? This is not that bad of a downgrade. That's crazy. And I would say the difference is obviously you, it's the PlayStation, you would have the option to get that 60 frames per second. And Nintendo, usually I can play in handheld mode, you know what I mean? Just depends on you because there's a whole entire handheld community that's probably going to be happy to be able to play games like this on the go. Depending, you know, on the person. Let me give him a like. Forgot about that. It was always holding it down. Yeah, that looks better. But I like the upscaling, like I said, palette compared to that upscaling. I think y'all know what I mean. Definitely better on PlayStation. Geometry? Yeah, you get more texture glow and all that on PlayStation, that's obvious. But, hey man. I have to say I'm impressed. Bluebird's come a long way. Bluebird. Yeah, PlayStation has a more immersive feel. I feel like with the Switch, it probably would have been a little bit of heavy. You can see the morphotic fogged horror effect right here. It's there, but not like that though. Yeah, it's nerfed on the Switch. A lot more particles on the left. Okay, that's where some differences are coming in. That's nice. Yeah, I definitely want those effects on the left. Hopefully they can add that in the future. Oh, and I don't think Nintendo's gonna be able to do heavy global illumination. Unless NVIDIA has something. Yeah, I figured that would pretty much not be there. No way. These are where the compromises are kicking in. You know, here we face the truth that this is still young. The console needs more work, and they need to add in frame gen, which they can, by the way. God rays, oh, I don't expect much on this either. Not like you're gonna stop and look at that, but it is still funny though. Just GPU difference, no. Okay, FPS test, let's go. Y'all, it's holding up 30 on the Switch too, that's crazy. You would think differently, right? But think about this day one. You see what I'm saying? These guys actually know how to optimize the game. Are they the richest company in the world? You see what I mean? This is what I'm saying. Now, there is going to be, yeah, I expect that to happen, but even then, this is still impressive. It's not anything terrible. All these people making up fake performance subs too. We need to talk about that in another video. Yeah, we see a lot of things missing over there, but this is not bad. Particle effects and flying going more on the left, really compromised on the right, so they can keep that stable at 30. Let's take a look at the loading. This is going to be interesting. I know PlayStation has a fast load, so I don't think that that's going to happen, but it would surprise me. That makes sense. Yo, that's not that bad, honestly. It's fast, supposed to be the fastest SSD in the world, and Switch 2 comes out with its portable mode. See how much they've improved it because of the micro SD? It's only like, it's not even 6 seconds because it's 0.40. It's like 5.20 seconds behind in difference of speed. That is pretty good compared to what the Switch 1 could do. Considering a next-gen game is coming too. You see what I mean? That's why I try to tell you, I know the newer technology is fine because Nintendo has technology in 2021. People trying to compare it to PS4 technology. I'm like, dude, that was made around 2011 or whatever. There's like a 10-year gap in technology of CPU difference. You know what I mean? Of L1, L2, L3 cache for the memory. That has more memory. A difference in the GPU. It has DLSS on there. frame gen. You know what I mean? It's VRR. There's just things that it doesn't have. So that's why I always thought the PS4 was probably closer to it in the handheld mode. Definitely when people really get down to kits and more things start to happen over time. Just like as Sony is working closer with AMD and Microsoft, Nintendo is working closer with NVIDIA to make things better over time. I can expect that. And I wouldn't be surprised if something else is in the works, like some GeForce cloud option for games that they can't get on there. But anyhow, let's keep continuing. This is great. Yeah, that's a compromise. That's all right, though. Oh yeah, this is too much. Shadows are always demanding. They're gonna have to tone that down for sure. That's okay. They're kind of giving him a last gen shadow effect of like a horror game you're playing on PS4 or something, or something closer to that. That is where I can say, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I do got to experience this game though. I always love my survival horror games. Not as heavy as other people, but I do beat them all as much as I can. I still got to get to Silent Hill, Resident Evil 8, get prepared for Requiem. They don't have any. It's the same thing that was happening with the Xbox. They're gonna have to like eventually. If they have it, you could see it there, but it's not heavy. It's pretty light. Yeah, I mean, it's just they're not gonna be able to get that stuff like that. When they get that frame gen going, maybe they can tweak up some stuff a little bit, but still give you that bigger boost. There's a bit of a flicker there, I think. Yeah, that feels like it's just much more darker in a Switch aspect. It's a compromise. You see that flicker right there. They're gonna have to fix that, but that's good to be identified. So I wonder if there's gonna be a day one patch. Yeah, that detail definitely looks better, but that's not too bad considering that you're gonna be playing on that type of machine like that. You'll still get your experience just turning down your PC settings. Pretty much, but it can run. You get what I mean? All right, we'll stop here after we do this. Let's get these reflections in. And I like that FPS test. That gave us an idea that it's not, you know, running garbage. For sure, Nerf reflections. Okay, you know what? Let's end it with this because these are more frames. We definitely want to see this. Guys, it's maintaining in 30. That's impressive considering these guys, you know, this is their first time like making a game on this multi-platform, and it's not dipping. You're gonna get your solid 30. That was a thing back in the days, the 30 FPS cinematic horror experience. It's fine with these type of games because it's slow paced. Very nice. Now Nintendo had that VRR, right guys? See if we can get some 35 to 40 in there. There we have it. Not a single dip in that moment, but we saw a little bit at the beginning. But for the most part, a solid next-gen experience. There's no excuses. We see this optimizations. This gives you the idea about Series S and a lot of other things. Don't be blaming the console. These people, you have these people putting up fake gameplay too, like giving people the wrong idea about Elden Ring. I'm like, trust me. And then right here you see this. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, IGN knows what he's talking about. We'll listen to them. Let me know what you guys think. Pony, sit down. Switch 2 haters, sit down too. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have a great day. Hey, we're gaming over here. Everybody's winning on all platforms. This is great. Peace out. Can't wait to see more third-party tests.